As we expect triple digits again, 105, 106 maybe. There are plenty of ways to beat the heat, obviously without breaking your budget too.
Yeah, and if the thought of a power bill that's higher than the temperature is on your mind, we have some ideas that might help you out. KENS 5, Sue Kalberg joins us live with a few examples to keep cool. Sue, what do you got for us?
I have shock. I heard Paul Marilla say 112. Holy Toledo. That's why we're talking about plenty of ways here that you can keep yourself, it's just be made in the shade. Stay in the shade. Take your shade with you if you need to. Why is that important? You know, we've been talking about it all morning. It's barely 6 o'clock. It's already almost 80 degrees, Holy Toledo. So the first line of defense is hydration, cool drinks. Now you can tell I've already been hitting the electrolytes this morning. I like to mix it with water. That is your first line of defense, because if you're hydrated, it's much easier to keep your body cooler. Now I want to talk about cooling centers, because they're all over town and they're free. A lot of people on fixed incomes just don't like to run the AC, and that can be deadly in this kind of weather. So, you know, libraries, senior centers, shopping centers, via buses, there are plenty of places all over town where you can go. You don't have to pay the bill. You just go to somebody else's place and take advantage of their air conditioning. The other thing that I like to talk about, because it's good for families, is splash pads. All over town, 7 splash pads around town, and they're not just for kids. You know, if you go there, you'll see there's plenty of grown-ups enjoying the freedom of the water and staying cool. A lot of things about splash pads is that most of them have playgrounds right next to them, so kids can play, they can cool off. It works really well, and it's free. Now the final thing is, you know, it's just important to take all of the precautions and keep them in mind. I wrote them down here, and I keep them in my pocket, because, you know, when you're in the heat, sometimes you get a little goofy and you forget to take care of yourself. So take breaks, check on your neighbors, especially senior citizens who don't want to run up their bills. If you have errands to run, go early or late. You know, don't go out in the heat of the day. And then I know that we're going to be talking more about the symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stress. So keep all of those things in mind as we all just try to work together to live through this. Live downtown, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
Great tips, and always remember to check that back seat.
Absolutely.